Hello guys, and welcome to episode 8 of my MLB 2019 Padres franchise. And the last time we played 2 games, opening day against the Dodgers, where we lost 2-3 on a walk-off single by Will Smith, and in this game we won 3-2 due to a late inning home run by Manny Machado and really good pitching by our bullpen. In this episode, we will be simming forward a couple weeks till one of these 3 games in Chicago. It depends on who I want to pitch with. So let's get going. First off, we're gonna start simming this game against the Marlins. We win and we lose the finale. We're still at 10-10. First game in Milwaukee, we take it. Second game, we lose 1-0, and then we win the finale 9-5. We're a game over 500. First game against the Rays. We split a series in Tampa, and we go to face the Red Sox. Win the first game, lose the second game, take the series. Now we're facing the Rockies at home. Lamet gets hurt. It's not good, but he should be fine. And we managed to salvage that series 2 out of 3. I'm gonna put Lamet back in the rotation. Okay, and I'm probably gonna do the first game. So yeah, we're gonna do the first game of this series against the Cubs. I'll meet you in game. Okay, so here we are. Here's the pitching matchup for today's game. And one thing you'll notice is, despite the fact that we've been winning lately, it's not due to our lineup. Our lineup has really struggled. Renfroe, Hosmer, Machado, Hedges, and Tatis have been bad. Aoki's been pretty good, but he's also kind of cooled off lately. The Cubs lineup is actually doing pretty well. And looks like we're ready for baseball at Wrigley. Matt Vasgersian and the team, take it away.
No place better for Friday afternoon baseball than Wrigley Field in Chicago. Game 1 here in the month of May between the San Diego Padres and the Chicago Cubs. These two will have a likely impact in this series. Game 1 is next.
Machado and Bryant, two big power-hitting third basemen hanging out before the game.
Is on the mound for the
Hugh
Cubs
Darvish, former Texas Ranger, his 7th start on the season, 0-1, 3.93 ERA in 36 and 2/3 innings, 41 strikeouts, 33 hits, 1.39 WHIP, and 18 walks. And damn, that just does not look like Hugh Darvish. And coming to the plate, leader in many offensive categories for the Padres, Kenji Aoki. We're ready for baseball here in Wrigley. First pitch from Darvish. Swung and a missed, and we're underway.
It's 0-1. Dan, D-Row, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon, 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, a lot of things.
Gonna jump to the bottom of the second.
And that'll bring up Manuel Margot. And he'll be looking to change his fortunes in this one. He's seen his numbers take a bit of a dive in recent action. First delivery to him on the way. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone. Head-to-head numbers with Yu Darvish. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats.
We need like one good hot streak to get a couple games over 500.
Swing and a miss, strike 1.
And we can try and just challenge for a playoff spot, because we're like stuck a game over 500 permanently. It's starting to get a bit annoying. And Margot's gonna get a base hit to lead off the inning.
And a base hit, the first one of the game for the Padres.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Darvish a check on first, and he just manages to get his hand in.
I don't know why, but my one fucking nostril just feels clogged. I'm not sick, so I don't know.
Up next is Fernando Tatis Jr. As
Oh my God!
Ahead of him here with strike 1, and he's a
I need
guy
to
looking to
fucking
break
concentrate.
out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Nope. And it's 1-1. Margot aboard here at first with nobody out. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Padres shortstop ahead with a 3-ball, 1-strike count.
Well, this has been a good job to work the count from 0-1 to 3-1, and now he's really in a driver's seat to see a heater that he can do something with.
Now the throw
safe, okay.
Skips in and he's safe. Close play, but he's in there. Now the payoff pitch home.
Base hit down the line. That'll bounce around, and in comes Margot, and it's 1-0 San Diego in the second. A base hit, a stolen base, and another base hit. And the Padres take a 1-0 lead here in the second. First on the board.
You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%.
Now, as Tatis has been struggling lately, that's got to feel great.
Center himself and come through in a big spot.
Here's Jonathan Scope now. He's running. Pitch misses.
Slider, that he'll steal it with ease. 2 stolen bases in the inning.
You don't see that very often against this guy. This guy has one of the best arms in the game, but
2 stolen bases in the same inning against one of the better catchers in the game.
A runner at second, nobody out.
That's gonna be through the whole base hit. He misplays it, and Tatis will come in and score 2-0.
From second as they grab a 2-0 lead now. So now time will be called as we're going to get a visit from the pitching coach here as he'll hope to settle this guy
Darvish
down.
looks to be struggling here in the second. He's already given up 2 runs to the first 3 batters.
So coming to the
He's gonna
plate,
try and.
Austin Hedges.
He's got an easy target here in Austin Hedges, but doesn't look like he's getting very much done.
He's set. Here it comes. Maybe a little jumpy there as he swings through the fastball.
Some guys are great low ball hitters, but most guys, especially guys with pop like this, they're hunting for the ball belt high and above. So that was a nicely
I don't think Hedges has nearly as much pop
And
as you
it's a
think.
ball and a strike to Austin Hedges. Now the 1-1 pitch. Fouled off.
Yeah, Hedges, when you think Austin Hedges, you don't think pop.
It's a 2-2 count.
You think strikes out a whole lot and is kind of
Well, I'll
useless.
tell you, if he wants to turn things around, that pitch is one he's going to have to start locating a lot better.
Working for the punch out and the offering.
3-2.
And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2.
If I can get him to walk, then I could get 2 runners on second and third and 1 out. It'd be nice.
And
Walk.
misses here.
Nice.
Ball 4. Already 2 walks surrendered in his first couple of innings of work.
We knew coming into this game that this guy has a tendency to give up a lot of free passes, and history repeats itself as he's already given up 2 walks here. I'll tell you, effectively wild is a pretty tough thing to be.
Now both runners are breaking.
Oh,
Now
come
a bunt
on.
attempt here. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Here's the pitch. And he pops up the bunt attempt.
Oh, come
Rizzo
on.
is there and he makes the catch for the out. On to first. They got him. A triple play. So
What
2
the
runs
fuck?
on 3 hits. No error.
I basically have. Gonna jump to the bottom of the third.
Coming to the plate now, Manny Machado. He drew a walk his first time
I
up.
just threw away my only fucking chance to
First
score more
offering
runs.
on its way. Swinging a ball shot foul down the left side. 0-1 pitch on its way. Outside for a ball, 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Oh,
Manny turns on
Machado
one and sends it
deep
to
down the
left.
line and gone.
Out onto
Turns
Wayland
on a
Avenue.
fastball and he hits it down onto Wayland Avenue. Third run already for the
It's a
Padres.
solo home run off
As
the bat
Darvish
of Manny
really does
Machado.
seem to be
Home
out
run
of,
number 9
because
on the
he just
year,
does
and the
not seem
Flyers
to have
have
his
moved out
good
in
stuff.
front, 3-0.
3 runs through the first two
That's one of
2
those
plus
pitches
innings.
you wish you could take back as soon as it leaves your hand. But guess what? There are no delete or rewind buttons in baseball. That's a mistake.
Only question was it was going to stay fair, and it did.
Pay for it.
Going to jump to the top of the 4th.
Welcome back to the north side of Chicago, back here at Wrigley Field as we check in with Heidi.
Matt, I talked with San Diego's manager during the inning break about the Padres' offensive production to this point. And flat out, he
It's
was
good.
very pleased with the quality of their
Good.
at-bats. They've been able to push across 3 runs to this point, but they've also made the opposition work extremely hard. He's
Come
thrown
on,
a lot of
Michael.
pitches, and they think they're going to have a good opportunity to push across a lot more runs as he tires or as they get into that bullpen.
And that ball is crushed.
Swung on and
At the wall, gone. A home run for Manuel Margot. And it's 4-0 San Diego here in the 4th inning.
Manuel Margot leaves the yard with a solo shot. 3rd home run for him on the year as the Padres have stretched their lead.
Second
now
home run of the
4-0.
night for San Diego. 3rd on the year for Margot. As he just got a hanging slider over the middle of the plate, and he did not miss it.
Hitters in that lineup. So a home run, a solo home run right here is not the end of the world.
What was Heidi saying about confidence that they could push across more?
Number 23.
Into the box now, Fernando Tatis Jr. As Darvish will
And
jump
they
ahead
swing
from
at
here with
garbage.
strike 1.
When you dive into the numbers in this start, it's hard to believe that this guy's pitching as poorly as he has. Over 70% of his first pitches have been for strikes, but a lot of those have been right down the middle, right into the hitting zone.
Now the 1-1 pitch is taken for ball 2.
2-1 to Tatis.
And he
3-1.
misses again, ball 3.
Well, you can see here, this has been a steady diet of off-speed pitches, and what has it gotten him? Not a whole lot as he's fallen behind in the count. 3 balls and 1
Walked him.
strike.
And he takes ball 4, so he's on, and as you know, that often means
Another
the steal
walk.
could be in order here.
And don't forget, he gave up a long ball earlier in this inning, so you can understand why he wasn't too aggressive with him there. When he got him to 3-1, he wasn't too anxious to challenge him.
Runner on first. Here's Jonathan
Pitch coming,
Skull.
here it is.
And he
Skies in the air,
hits a
straight away
fly
left.
ball backing up onto
moves
Schwarber. He'll get under
One
that.
away.
1 gone. Off the bat, it looked like that might be another one, but
Next for the Padres, the catcher.
So striding forward
manages to
now,
get under
Austin
it,
Hedges.
and
1 in, 1 out, and
the
1
inning,
on
the
here in the
inning
inning.
didn't.
From the stretch. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1. Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to get loose. There's the big breaking ball, and it's by him for a strike. Tatis, a runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Darvish a check on first, and a dive, but he's back.
It's like he looks completely washed up, and then occasionally he'll just throw a fucking nasty pitch.
And he lays off for a ball.
Not doing that
2-1.
twice in a row.
It's one thing to get hit around, but it's far worse when you're getting yourself into trouble by not throwing strikes. Every pitcher's been there, but it doesn't make it any less frustrating or unacceptable.
And that ball is
This is hit
ripped
high and deep out to
off
left.
the wall.
And that'll hit off the ivy out there.
They're gonna be at second and
They're
third.
not going to get him at third, so runners at second and third now with only 1 gone.
Now batting.
Stepping in, Joey Lucchesi. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Let's see if he can actually get one down this time.
He got a hanger in the middle of the plate. He could have come unglued, but he didn't. He stayed focused.
Stay fair.
Line drive base hit.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fun attempt, but this one might have too much on it. And they'll add another.
Oh my God, because he fidgets with it, and we end up getting another run in, and Lucchesi gets to first.
He really caught him by surprise there by dropping that down.
And it's 5-0 Padres, and that'll do it as Madden comes to the mound.
Joe Madden, and he's going to signal to the bullpen. That'll be all for you,
An
Darvish.
awful start for Hugh Darvish. 5 through 4, and he can't even make it through 4. Cubs fans are pissed, as Koji Aoki will come to the plate to face David Phelps. 3 1/3 innings, 5 earned, 2 guys still on base.
There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike 1.
He ends up costing himself another base runner.
Tough for hitters to do much with pitches in that location unless they're looking for it.
And Aoki will swing at the first 2 and
with 2 strikes now,
miss.
At first, do you go for the strikeout, or you're still looking for the double play ball?
Well, Matt, I think a lot of that depends on the type of pitch that you are.
And he swings and he lines it into the gap. That'll roll all the way to the wall. Hedges scores. Aoki moves to second and he gets picked off, but Lucchesi will make it to the plate. And it's gonna jump to the bottom of the 4th. Forward.
Here's Chris Bryant now. Here's the first pitch to him. Strike taken up in the zone. Here's a breaking ball outside, and now it's even 1-1.
He still might be looking for that release point on that curveball early in this outing. That one looked like it popped out of his hand behind his ear instead of out front. We'll see if he finds that pitch.
It'll be a 1-2 from Lucchesi.
For him.
And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
2-2.
He's got him on the ropes at 2-2, but I don't think he'll try to get him out with another curveball. He's seen it already a couple of times, so it's not going to surprise him anymore.
And Bryant with a long fly ball, and the Cubs are on the board. 4-7-1.
Chris Bryant leaves the yard with a solo shot.
Well, they're not getting shut out anymore, but still a long way behind. I'm gonna jump to the bottom of the 5th.
By the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that.
Addison Russell? They didn't DFA him?
And this one runs up high, ball 1.
I don't know. In a couple of franchises, Addison Russell's the type of guy you can get for like cheap, and he's usually pretty good.
Keeping it down here as it's to 1-2.
I mean, you look in the dugout right now, you see steam coming out of the hitting coach's ears. Somebody has to stay back and find a way to get knocked.
Count even at 2-2.
Another 2-2.
Swing line.
Oh, come on.
That's going to be trouble. Around first, digging for 2. And he'll pull into second with 1 away.
I'll tell you, that's one of the first good swings we've seen anybody put on this guy so far. He's been throwing the ball really well, but that was one of the few mistakes we've seen him make.
Lays off 1-0.
Count 1-0.
Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact.
Well, here's a guy we know is swinging it pretty well at the plate lately, and based on those last 2 pitches, I think I know why. He's doing a great job of putting himself in counts where he's likely to be successful.
Hard hit and deep toward the right field line.
That'll get me.
And that ball gets down out.
I should have thrown anything but a fastball on that count.
As he arrives at second without a play, as also on the play, a run comes.
Gonna jump to the top of the 6th.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Kenji Aoki. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
And I don't know if he's getting waved around by his third base coach right there. But
And Aoki with a long fly ball down the line at the wall, gone. On to Wayland Avenue. Third Padres homer of the game. Aoki's 10th on the year, and it's an 8-2 Padres lead.
As it's now a 6-run ball game.
The Wrigley faithful are screaming, "Throw it back!" It's kind of hard to throw it back when you're that far out, when it's that far off the field.
What are your thoughts, guys?
Matty V, this is kind of a mini home run.
Gonna jump to the bottom of the 9th.
Striding in to start the 9th, Wilson Contreras, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Wilson.
He's set, and the pitch. Ground ball left side. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play.
The first baseman, number 44, Anthony Rizzo.
Stepping in, Anthony Rizzo. He was a double play victim last time around.
yeah, rolling into a 2-ball will eat at you for the rest of the game at least. So you know he wants to make up for it right here.
0-1 the count. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Renfroe is there, and folks are starting to head for the exits now. 2 gone here in the 9th.
Up next for the Cubs, the second
Settling
baseman,
in now, David Bodie. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. And a swing and a miss, as they definitely had him reaching for that one, and this ball game is over.
Yeah, and in this game, you always try to find a way to be hopeful. They win the first game of a new month and are now looking to keep it rolling the rest of the way.
8-2 is how this one ends today. The San Diego Padres took the lead in the 2nd inning and rode that until the very end. Joey Lucchesi earns the win, his 2nd. Yu Darvish allowed 7 earned runs to cross the plate in a losing effort. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show.
Cubs struggle.
For more, make your way over to
They get one. Bryant hits a home run. There is an RBI double by somebody who I can't remember. Great day all around. 13 hits, 5 runs. The Cubs did turn a triple play. Awful day for Yu Darvish, giving up 7 runs in 3 1/3 innings. Okay, and we're back, and here we go. So let's see how the rest of this month goes. We're gonna sim up to a series in the next month against the Reds. So here we go. We immediately follow up this game by beating the Cubs 4-3, and then we lose 4-9, but then come right back and win 4-0. Now we have a 3-game series against the Diamondbacks, in which we take 2 out of 3, moving to 21-17. Now we have another weekend series against the Cubs at home, which we drop the first 2 and then proceed to get swept. And now we have a 2-game series against the Rays, which we sweep them. Now a weekend series against the Giants, lose the first game, win the second, take the third. So we take 2 out of 3 against the Giants. Now a 4-game week series against the Phillies. We drop the first game, win the second, win the third, and take 3 out of 4 to move to 22-8 and 22. Now another 3-game weekend series against the Giants. This time at home, we lose, and then we take 1 out of 3. But it wasn't an awful series. Now we have a 3-game series against the Braves. We lose the first one. Take the middle game, and we take the series 2 out of 3. Now we have a 3-game weekend series against the Blue Jays at the Rogers Center. We win the first game actually. Put him back in the lineup. Kellen Duar is actually doing really good off the bench. Alright, so after taking the first game, We lose the second game 2-5. And the final game of the series, Dielson Lamet loses 2-0. Now we have a 3-game series against the Nationals. We lose the opener, take the second game, and now we have the draft. I'm going to cut away and do the draft real quick, and then we'll be back. Okay, so we're back, and here we are. We're going to show you the draft picks. In the first round, we took Eric Santos, promising prospect. I think he can do well. The second round, we took Ron Haynes, another pretty good prospect. Third round, Fernando Soto, pretty good. Jimmy McGinnis, closing pitcher, probably be a piece of our bullpen within the next 3 or 4 years. Diego Gonzalez in the fourth round, another guy who could probably turn into something, but he's a big-time project. Sherwood Snowden, probably the worst player in the draft, and then Miguel Molina in the final round. Okay, so we're back, and here we go. So we take the series in Washington. Jesus Christ. Everybody's hurt. Okay, so we complete, and we win 2 out of 3 in Washington. Now we have a 3-game series against the Rockies, and we take the first 2, and we complete the sweep of the Rockies. We pitched well in that series, and we take 2 out of 3. Chris Paddock and we split this series against the Dodgers. And who do I want to pitch with? You know, we'll pitch the first game. Yeah, we'll pitch with Mackenzie Gore. So yeah, right now we're 12 games out of the division lead, but we are 39-29. So 38-29. So we're good 10 games. We're good 9 games over 500. In a wild card spot by a half a game over the Mets. So yeah, the Dodgers have just gone nuts. So yeah, after a good half of a season, we can go check the stats. Chris Paddock pitching well as our ace. Adrian Moran, really strong number 2. Mackenzie Gore kind of iffy, but he's a solid number 3. Lamet struggling, but I think he'll be fine. And Luke Casey has probably been our best pitcher so far. He's been dominant this season. In the bullpen, Ramirez kind of sucked, so I might end up sending him down or something, or returning him. Like, I'll check what we have in the minors. Perdomo. Yeah, we have a bunch of guys who can do better, so I'm probably going to send him back to wherever the hell he came from. Kirby Yates been a fairly good closer so far. 22 for 24 in saves. Stroke it, that was a really good move. Muzo, 3.95, pretty good. Castillo has also been pretty good. Strom has struggled, but Erlin pitched fairly well. Now time to check the lineup. Kenji Aoki's kind of struggled, but I still have faith in him. Manny Machado's actually hit a lot better, and he's hitting 269. Funny. Nice. Hosmer. That's concerning. Like, really concerning. We're paying him $22 million to do this. I might have to dump his contract. You know what? From now on, for the moment, I'm gonna bench him. Miguel Andujar has been tapped to play first base for a little while. Yeah, for the moment, Hosmer is gonna end up getting benched. Which takes a lot of balls when he's making $20-something million, but what are we going to do? Manuel Margot, he's hitting really well this season. Jonathan Scopey's hitting 292, but he has a 730 OPS, so not being particularly great. Tatis has been better over the last couple months. Renfroe, not great. Hedges, again, Austin Hedges is trash. The bench, well, Andujar was actually hitting really well off the bench, but now he's in the lineup. 57 games, 73 at-bats, so yeah, he'd been doing fairly well. Defoe struggled, Jankowski's hit well, Naylor's sucked. Austin Allen's been a good backup catcher. And, yeah, that's how it is. So next time we will be playing against the Cincinnati Reds in a battle of lefties as Mackenzie Orr will face Alex Wood. See you guys next time.